that. And so the touchdown he threw, but if you throw one touchdown for your team and then throw one for the other team, that cancels out. I mean, so even on the, they got 3 points on the drive that Jalen Smith returned the interception down to, what, the 3-yard line. The team had, you know what? Now that I think about it, I'm up here talking about it. The more I talked about it, I done talked myself into getting my F. He flunked. Yep, flunked. Because now that I think about it, Skip, when you think about it, Skip, he threw a touchdown for the team. He threw a touchdown for the other team. So we had 0-0. He had 4 first downs and 7 drives in the second half. Huh? And no drives had more than 1 first down. What I'm supposed to do with that? And I keep telling you, Andy Dalton won 50 games in his first 5 years, and he went to the Pro Bowl. This is what we know about Andy Dalton. Last year, he was on a team that ended up getting the #1 overall draft pick. Andy Dalton was on that team. Now, a lot of these guys, now I understand that A.J. Green was injured last year, but Tyler Boyd was there, and Joe Mixon, and those guys, so they could still run the football. And Andy Dalton helped them get Joe Burrow. So, Skip, you know what? I was going to give him a D and say he passed, but he flunked.
Really?
He flunked, yes.
So this is a first in the history of the stat called QBR. Andy Dalton had a 74 QBR. That's on a scale of 0 to 100. 74 is pretty great. And he got an F for a 74 QBR. 2 plus 2 equals
No. Skip,
0.
what did eye test tell you? I don't know QBR, Skip. I'm talking about this play.
Thank you for asking that. My eye test told me that Andy Dalton played a superb football game under degree of difficulty scale of 0 to 10, a 10. Degree of difficulty. He lost his 2 best linemen, his 2 tackles in the first drive of the game. He had 2 undrafted kids, 1 first year, 1 second year, playing the tackles against a Washington front loaded with first-round picks that will come after you. Chase Young was the 2nd overall pick in the draft, and here he came. And predictably, right away, Brandon Knight just whiffed on him, and he got Andy Dalton from the backside, the blind side, right?
You know what you do, Skip? Why you do that?
You know, what I'm doing is I'm going to give Andy Dalton an A- for his performance yesterday, because from start to finish, he played with guts and heart and savvy. In that first drive, even after he lost Cam Irving, his left tackle, it's 3rd and 11, and what does Andy Dalton do? He took off right down the middle of that Washington defense, and he ran for 11 yards because he can move a little bit. He's no Tom Brady. He can actually get out and run it.
You get it, man. So, first of all, Skip.
And by the way, you want to talk about a thing of beauty? That 54-yard touchdown throw to Amari Cooper, if we could see that quickly, it was just, you want to talk about dropping a dime?
He beat Darby. I'm trying to figure out how Darby...
what a throw. He got an F for that. This man gave him an F, and he executed that throw. And then could we see the throw to CeeDee Lamb that would have tied the game at 20-all? 20-20. That's to Amari. Look at this. That's a rocket shot. Hit him right in the hands. That ties the game going to the 4th quarter. You know, 2020 has been a jinx year for all of us, and I guess that score was a jinx score for CeeDee Lamb because it hit him right in the hands. 2020, no.
You're going to talk about, you talk about the throw.
You gave him an F for those throws?
Yes, but Darby was in a bail technique. How you get beat on, how you get beat deep on bail?
Okay, but you got to hit him right in the hands, and he dropped it right down the chimney.
Okay, Skip.
It was a throw of throws.
Skip. Woo. Old Duncan Dalton. That's what I'm going to start calling him, Old Dink and Dunk Dalton. Skip, only 6 of his passes, of the 35 that he attempted, traveled 10 yards or more down the field. Let that sink in. So, in other words, he fishing around the shore. He just fishing. That's why he catching little fish.
If CD just wraps it up and puts it away, we're talking about a tie game going to the 4th quarter with 2 undrafted tackles playing.
Whoa.
What are you talking about?
This is what I did. I never heard you say a word. When they had first-round draft pick Ty Smith, and they had first-round draft pick the center Travis Frederick, when they had first-round draft pick Zach Martin, and they were road grading people. You didn't mention anything about they were going against undrafted free agents, and they would talk. But now, all of a sudden, the roles are reversed.
Andy Dalton, 74 QBR. Alex Smith, 22 QBR. He just nuked him in QBR. And you know what Andy Dalton proved once and for all?
What he proved?
He is easily the best quarterback in the NFC East. It's not even close.
Why he keep losing?
You want Carson Wentz?
Why he keep losing?
Give it to him, Wentz.
Why does he keep losing?
Well, he didn't lose at Minnesota, and he wouldn't have lost yesterday if he'd had his 2 tackles.
So in other words, how many games has he won?
You gave him an F.
How many? Yes, I had him at a D.
I'm embarrassed.
Backer Jalen Smith got an interception. reception and looked like he was about to take it to the house before Washington receiver Terry McLaurin came from nowhere to make a shoestring tackle. The defense would end up holding Dallas to just a field goal. So, Shannon, on a scale of 1 to 10, how impressive was this chase down?
Skip, it wasn't as impressive as the DK Metcalf because he didn't come from the distance. But it just goes to show you hard work pays off because just like in the Metcalf situation, it kept them out of the end zone. And they had end up settling for, instead of tying the ball game, now we still have a 4-point cushion. Skip, that's the difference between winning and losing. One team wanting it more than the other. Because we had talked about the Cowboys not hustling on the Odell Beckham play. You're like, Skip, where's the hustle? You never know what could happen if you stop him. Because at that point in time, Skip, remember, you had cut it to a one-possession game.
Yep.
I'm gonna give him a 9. I'm not gonna say it's a 10. You know what? I am gonna give him a 10 for the simple fact immediately he turned. Skip, if he hesitate a tenth of a second, now Wolf Hunter's gonna be in position to block him. He had to go instantaneous, and he took off, not knowing if he's going to be able to catch him. He said, but I got to try. Skip, look. Rivera said the players asked him earlier this month to make this young man a captain. Unanimously. A guy in his second year says, a wide receiver at that. There are not very many wide receiver captains, especially in their second year. It goes to show you the makeup of this young man. I'm going to give him a 10 because it could have been easily the difference in the ball game. Can you imagine? Now, the crowd was already erupted. Now, I guess they ain't got COVID in Texas because they got 30,000, 40,000. Each week it went from 5,000 to 15 to 20. Now we got 30. In 2 weeks, we're going to have 55,000, 100,000 fans in Texas State. But that's neither here nor there, Skip. Can you imagine the fans had Jalen Smith scored a touchdown? Now, they were already going bonkers. Can you imagine what that would have done? And just like that, how deflating it was. We get the ball down to the 3-4 yard line, and they don't punch it in. So as high as you were, you equally as deflated because we just know we're going to get a we got Zeke and CD and Gallup and Amari. And we can't get the ball in for 3 yards? Oh, man, it's over.
Well, they did get it in.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did. It hit CD Lamb right in the hand.
They get it in.
Did they not execute a play that should have been a touchdown? Did Washington stop them from scoring a touchdown? They did not. Neither DB did anything to stop him from catching the football. Stopped him. It was cold dropped right in his hand.
I'm just saying. That's what.
Okay, I'm going to give Terry McLaurin an 8, and I have great respect for him, and I don't know how they stole him. Wasn't he a third-round pick?
Yeah.
I don't get that, but he ran 4.3 at the combine, and it is a legit 4.3 because people cannot cover him. They tried all day with 2, and they still couldn't cover him. The point was, I'm not going to degenerate here on Undisputed to the point where I'm giving a kid props for doing his job.
Right.
Because that's your job. You know this, and you've chased guys after an interception. It's part of being a football player. An offensive player is you turn and you run. There's no reason not to try your guts out to go stop him because you ran 4.3. Now, once upon a time, Jalen Smith ran 4.44 pre-injury, but he does not run a 4.40 anymore. He had a career-threatening knee injury, which is how Jerry Jones stole him in the second round.
Yeah.
And he doesn't look, I don't know what he'd time now, but would he be 4.6 maybe?
No, that ain't no 4.6.
I don't know. But the point was, Terry McLaurin knows in his soul he can run him down, right? It's an easy chase down, but you got to have the will to do it. You can't be too cool for that school.
Right.
You know, you can't say, oh, God, that's a bad break. Yeah, it was a bad break, but you can undercut it. You can cancel it just by doing your job. But use your talent to chase him down.
But how many times have we seen guys not do their job?
Too many. Totally agree.
And that was the difference, Skip, because he's like I said, he had to go immediately because a tenth of a second later, Wolf Hunter's in position.
Wolf Hunter almost got there, but made a shrewd play to say, I don't think you're going to get a block in the back.
Correct.
If you push too hard, and he kind of gave him a little bump, but he didn't arrive on time to get out ahead of it.
Right.
If he had, it would have been a touchdown.
You got to get that one in there. Yeah. You got to get that one in there, Jalen.